pleasure to find you here.
I'd sooner stay out of battle. Not for it, but to cut my teeth in a real battle.
Any loose coin about? Enough to make me rich?
We must rest, though the sun is still up. I return safe and sound, and I dare say wiser for my travels. The sun may have fallen, but the day is far from over. Shall we check our packs and be off?
A new day. A new... Perspective. This is most convenient. Another destination we were bound for is not far from here.
We shall have to decide which is the most pressing. We cannot do everything at once. Shall we make for Vernworth Palace? Make for the palace, that you might investigate Minister Allard's chambers. I dare not enter the palace, but I would fain escort you to the castle entrance. A guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way. Horns are forbidden from entering the castle grounds, but we may accompany you to the entrance. Would you mind coming over here? A fine place to harvest some ingredients. No harm in picking a few. Here we are. We shall remain here.
Better be worth it. Bloody early.
I wish the minister would be more careful. He takes the sentinel posted outside his chambers with him everywhere.
Do you recall that package from Batawa delivered to the minister's chambers last week? Well, just between you and me, I blundered and then tipped the contents.
Still, I suppose there's not much to worry about. It's not as if we let thieves wander around the palace, eh?
Hail, friend! You've come at a good time. I was just hoping to speak with you. Have you heard aught of the masquerades being held in the palace of late? 'Tis said they are in celebration of the sovereign's valorous deeds. However, in truth, my mother is merely holding them to strengthen her ties with her closest retainers. But therein lies our chance, for I suspect one among them might prove an ally to our cause, a man by the name of Patrick. Might I ask you to infiltrate one of these masquerades and give him this letter? I imagine that's the most prudent way to go about this. You have my thanks. I would handle this matter myself, but I am afraid I cannot attend the masquerades. Mother refuses to allow it. I will speak with a sentinel I trust, and bid that he ease his patrol on the evening in question. Pray, make use of this opportunity to slip into the venue. Patrick will be wearing a mask without a mane, and a blue cape, I believe. Hopefully this information will be enough for you to seek him out. Come to think of it, there has been tell of some important figure from a neighboring country being invited as well. I've not been told much, but any guest of my mother's is bound to be the mark of much attention. Mayhap 'twould be best to stay away from this figure, lest you attract unwanted notice. You should be going now, friend. You're not meant to be here in the first place.
So tired. I'd hit just about anywhere.
What business could be so pressing that I must be summoned at this late hour?
I would not presume to know, my lord. However, it must be a highly sensitive matter for the regent kin to request a private audience.
Or perhaps the boy has finally grown wise to the benefits my favor can bring. He might just be his mother's puppet, but at least he knows what's good for him.
My lord, if someone were to overhear...
Oh, unwring your hands, you fool! As if anyone in this palace would dare say a word against me. Now, if Wilhelmina calls, tell her to await me in my chambers. I will return presently.
Surely none more important than this. I speak of the ascension of the sovereign.
Indeed. But that, Your Grace, would be better discussed in the presence of your mother.
Well, well. Yours isn't a face I'm accustomed to seeing around the palace. How did you get in here?
Oi! Who goes there? Who's there?
Tut, tut. Now, this just won't do. How's a lady supposed to work with all these interruptions?
Oh, it is you, Lady Wilhelmina.
Mm-hmm. Do excuse us. We thought to enjoy a little fresh air. Though we had hoped for slightly more privacy, if you catch my meaning.
Apologies, milady. But might I ask the name of your companion?
Are you sure it would be wise? Such knowledge has been known to cost a man his head.
Understood, milady. If anyone asks, I shall say I saw naught.
A narrow escape. You should count yourself lucky that he was so easily flustered. I don't appreciate having my motives questioned. I did as I saw fit. Need I say more? Still, you are welcome to come calling, should the fancy take you, and should you have the gold for it. Off you go now. If you wish to speak further, 'twill have to wait. This is neither the time nor the place for it.
The masquerade is already underway, sir. 'Twill be a long night. Longer still for those of us on guard.
Goodness me.
You're far from your station, are you not?
I was bored out my skull guarding the palace. At least here I can listen to some courtly music. Makes the hours go by that much quicker.
Our first sovereign in
You ought not
decades.
to abandon your post.
Last, we will see the end of the age.
Who's this now? Is there aught you need of me?
How's the day treating you?
Why do I even bother?
Such quietude is a blessing.
Mayhap a banquet would alleviate the tedium.
I only pray my watch finishes without incident.
What is it? Is there aught you need? Ah, I see. Thank you for giving this to me. I shall pen my answer anon, behind closed doors, naturally. Is rooted in the soil of London.
Another fancy party hosted by the...
Why, you're... No. Pay me no mind.
We who are gathered here are naught but nameless nobles. 'Twould be uncouth to inquire after another's identity.
Like children at a fair. Only we drink more wine.
So tired. I've barely the vim to tie my boots.
Why, you're... No. Pay me no mind.
We who are gathered here are naught but nameless nobles. 'Twould be uncouth to inquire after another's identity.
ought to be said for peace.
I'd love to talk with you. What are you up to?
What?
Everyone who dances with me complains of sore feet. Now that's something.
Have you heard? There's to be more restrictions on goods traded with Batal.
I find it liberating to hide my face for a time. That's what I like to see!
Another ale can't make my dancing any worse. I appreciate that.
Now this is a conundrum.
Such quiet is a blessing. Wealth is rooted in the soil of learning.
Always the same dismal affair, if you ask me.
Well now, you're...
What is it? Has something happened?
We have it on good authority that a suspicious individual passed through here.
We need to scour the area. Well, scour all the light.
In here.
Open up!
You're dressed rather austerely for a patron.
My humblest apologies, Lady Wilhelmina. We've had reports of an unseemly character in the vicinity, you see, and...
Preposterous. I was out front till but a moment ago, and I did not see so much as a shadow.
Be that as it may.
You are excused. Leave this place, ere you invite our noble host's wrath upon yourself. I will summon you if aught is amiss.
Pray forgive the intrusion.
And what business have you here? In the nobles' playground? Hmm? You've the face of someone in search of a juicy morsel. Would you be looking for this, perchance?
Come on, then. Keep pouring. Do you take me for some green lad who can't handle his cups? I'm your damned king, and a king deserves royal treatment.
Of course, Your Majesty.
Tell us, Your Majesty, would you prefer more drink, or shall we find some other way to amuse ourselves?
Aye. Let's change things up.
I believe I cautioned you to keep your drunken revelry in check, lest you forget these celebrations of your valor are but a pretense for more serious matters.
I know. I do. It's just I get the poison in me and things happen is all.
You need only serve as our false king until Sven becomes consul. Till then, however, you would do well to remember that your role demands a certain degree of dignity. I trust you understand your position, Your Majesty.
Nay, as you say, I'll go and sober up.
Why not remove yours as well? This is not the masquerade hall, and we now find ourselves quite alone. What say we dispense with such pretenses and speak openly with one another, Lord Phaesus?
That will do. If you're discovered, yours won't be the only head that rolls. What is your purpose here, I wonder? If you came to learn of the Sovereign, then 'tis as you have seen. The man is naught but a ale-swilling pretender propped up by the Queen Regent. Of course, that begs the question. If he's a mere mummer, then where might our true Arisen be? You'd best go. I'll do what I can to help you make your escape. Come see me in my bordlery, whene'er you're so inclined. I'll instruct my attendants to send you straight to me. Come see me in my bordlery, whene'er you're so inclined. I'll instruct my attendants to send you straight to me.
Something smells divine.
Stomach's complaining. I'll have an early supper.
Fair wind's coming. Wonder if anyone else should know.
This is where I call my secrets. Overwhelming. I'll teach him a lesson.
A place to soothe the spirit.
There's a comfort that comes on a daily life.
I'm sure I could find it. No one will disturb me here.
Perhaps I'll go on an adventure of my own.
I could use a bit of excitement in my life.
Off to market I go.
Hope that vagrant doesn't show his face here again.
Welcome, sir. No need to be shy. All tastes are welcome. This is something to be grateful for.
last. 'Tis a relief to be at your side again, Master.
Do take care not to stray so far next time.
Now to report to Captain Brandt. Methinks I know where to find the person you're looking for.
What a bizarre village that was. I'm still not sure what to make of it. Amazing.
Over here, if you would. We're here, and none the worse for wear.
Welcome to the Star Drop-In. You've my thanks. Welcome to the Star. We serve all manner of fine ales here. Shall I pour? Wonderful. Fine wares all.
Plenty of gossip to be had.
Come to brighten my day with a tale or two.
Then I shall remain by your side.
You seem in fine spirits.
Look as long as you please.
What to do?
Peruse at your leisure.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true arisen. I know this sigil well. 'Tis the crest of the neighboring country of Batal, a land with which Vermin has no official dealings at present. Let me see. It reads, "True to our word, we offer you the power of the Godsway. Pray make haste in securing Melv, that all might be made ready ere our plans are set in motion." A meager clue, to be certain. Though, 'tis clear that the Queen Regent conspires with Batal. This does not bode well at all. Though the political situation is stable at present, much blood has been spilt between Vermund and his neighbor in the past. I fear such a partnership would only portend the drawing of more. At any rate, 'twould seem our search has led us to only more questions. Chief among them, what is meant by securing Melv and this Godsway? I will investigate these matters as best I can. In the interim, Your Majesty, should you have time to spare, might you make for Melv? Only once we have gleaned a fragment of the Queen Regent's plot can we begin to thwart it. And ere it slips my mind, pray, take this. Perchance it will help speed you on your way to Melv.
Queen Regent Disa appears to be working in concert with this Phasus fellow. But what precisely is their aim?
As a reward for your Majesty's efforts, you have been invited to attend the coronation. 'Twould seem congratulations are in order. You will, of course, require raiment befitting of the occasion. I would ask that your Majesty return once you've procured such attire. There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true arisen. Well, well. He is merely Disa's puppet, then. 'Tis likely that he knows naught of her schemes. Even were he to be removed, I suspect some other would simply be made to take his place. But if there's aught that compels my attention, 'tis this other man you mention. Phasus, was it? He seems a man of import, and yet I have never heard of him. Pray, allow me to investigate this matter further. You've done well, Your Majesty. Thank you.
Queen Regent Disa appears to be working in concert with this Phasus fellow. But what precisely is their aim?
I know not what to make of this.
Welcome.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true arisen. Aught shall change once we have attended the coronation. If your Majesty has any unfinished business to attend to, 'tis best you do so afore we depart. Very well. The coronation is to take place on the morrow. We shall depart early in the morn, so your Majesty would do well to get a good night's rest.
Master! Pray, leave this place! My body, it refuses to obey me! There is a voice within my mind! It commands me, sways my very will.
Sways your will? Could it be that the gods sway? We must quit this place, Your Majesty. I fear our plans may fall to naught. Let us return to the tavern. We've been had. The false sovereign commanded the pawns at the coronation, proving his own power as arisen. According to Regent King Sven, the pretender was wearing some sort of lavish necklace at the time. I imagine this artifact is the godsway mentioned in that letter. Perchance 'tis a tool that grants power akin to that of the true arisen. 'Twould do much to explain the events that we have beheld afore now. Alas, unless we find some way to unmake this godsway's power, proving your Majesty's legitimacy shall be difficult indeed. Pray, allow me time to search for a way forward. I shall inform your Majesty when I have prepared a plan of action.
Never could I have imagined such an outcome. What manner of artifact is this God's Way? I suppose 'tis pointless to ponder. Let us await the results of Captain Brant's investigation.
You have my support.
The world could use more places like this.
Oh, what does this say?
Shall we take a closer look?
Would that I could spend.
Have you business with the guild, sir? I should be glad to assist you. Business has been better, but I shan't complain. This'll make a fine tale.
Welcome, good. Should you so desire, I can help you find your truest self. Why, sir, you look exquisite.
Now, where was I bound again?
Do stop and have a look. I've wares of every ilk.
I'm in no hurry to leave.
Only fools and urchins boast of their coin.
Look, as long as you can.
Peruse at your leisure. Good evening, sir. I trust you fared all right on the roads, despite the hour. Much obliged. Perhaps you might provide...
Very well. I shall return.
Good evening, sir. I trust you fared all right on the roads, despite the hour. I'm in your debt.
A crime committed here will see one confined to jail.
I've heard that jailers are paid a pittance, despite the hardships of their work. Then a bribe might avail us, should the time come. If that is your destination, we cannot follow. But know that your return is eagerly awaited.
No idle chatter during missions, sir. Ha! Couldn't have done better myself! Not every thing is
Beg pardon, sir. But you are the Arisen, are you not? Captain Brandt bade me ask aught of you, if you would hear it. However, 'tis a matter best kept from prying ears. Might we not move to a more discreet location? Firstly, pray, take this. 'Tis a regalia sword, one of the kingdom's treasures. 'Tis my duty to guard it. Yet, I have stolen it from the masquerade hall where 'twas on display. A duplicate now rests in its place, and I must beg you to keep the true artifact hidden, lest the ruse be discovered. Generations of Amundian rulers have wielded it, though not in battle, of course. 'Tis a ceremonial weapon for use in parades and the like. Yet, Disa's disdain for tradition has seen the blade suffer. 'Tis fractured, and has lost much of its former luster. Captain Brandt is of a mind to restore it, so that it might serve as a symbol of your authority, Sir Arisen. Indeed, when the time comes for you to announce your ascension, having this sword at your hip would doubtless elevate your standing in the eyes of the people. And I must confess, having watched over the blade for many a year, I've grown rather fond of it. I should be well glad to see it restored to its former splendor by your hand. My hopes for our kingdom and its treasure go with you, Sir Arisen. I bid you good fortune.
Soon as my shift's done, I'm off to the tavern. Might look to partner up with someone else.
I must ask you to leave this place at once.
Mayhap I'll come here and have a think to myself.
Many thanks. Patrick has already sent his reply. 'Twould seem my mother's tyranny has been weighing heavily on his heart. He has pledged to continue our correspondence and aid me in putting an end to my mother's injustices. This would not have been possible without your assistance. I am afraid I cannot offer much in the way of recompense, but pray, take this.
Dull days for us are a sign that all is well. My sword arm could use some work.
I must ask you to leave this place at once. I must ask you to leave this place at once.
How are we to fight with such worn out gear?
We must needs find a smith with the skill to restore this blade. To whom can we turn for aid in this matter?
I've trained for this.
Not sure what they... Correct. No... This isn't much to go on.
I've no time for you now. Leave me be. Huzzah!
A good sleep will ensure we are prepared for the morrow. It appears night has fallen while we slept.
Shall we check our packs and be off?
Feeling rested, I trust?
Peril on the roads puts a strain on my business. I appreciate it, truly.
Good to see you. You're looking well, eh? Much appreciated.
Say, I've noticed you walking around questioning people. Looking for information, are we? If I were you, I'd pay a visit to the jail next, if you haven't already. The place is full of unsavory characters, as one might expect, who've seen things ordinary citizens aren't privy to. I should know. I was among their company till just recently. I appreciate that.
Come rain or shine, I'll make the best of it.
I'm in no hurry to leave.
Something fun to do.
Where are you off to today, then? Welcome to the Star Drop Inn. We serve all manner of fine ales here. Shall I pour you a cup to start you off? How extraordinary.
Welcome. To each their own, as they say. There's naught I love more than a saucy rumour.
Could have sworn I had ought to attend to it.
Well met.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true arisen. Regarding the matter of the Godsway, I fear there is naught to be done, save for your Majesty to venture to Batal, where you might uncover the false sovereign's secrets directly. The sigil upon that letter from some days past bore the crest of the Batali Palace. Surely this ought to be found therein. Yet official dealings twixt Batal and Vermund are suspended. Passing through their fortress will prove a difficult task. With such hindrances in mind, I thought to prepare this. Pray, take it. Few may pass through Batal's fortress, save Beastren merchants. With some coin, I was able to convince one such merchant to grant us that entry permit. It ought guaranteed passage through the border checkpoint, but alas, 'tis intended for a Beastren. You shall have to act the part, but as to how that should be done, I'm shamed to say I do not know. 'Twill depend upon your Majesty's ingenuity.
If we seek further knowledge of the Godsway, we ought to make for Batal. Pray, allow me to show you the way. A guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way.
What do you intend for the day? Do take care on the road, sir. These are dangerous times we live in. Much obliged.
You the Arisen? I've been looking for you. Sven wants to meet with you. Says he'll be waiting in his quarters.
The rules at your... Do take care on the road, sir. These are dangerous times we live in. Much obliged.
Long as you please. It's quiet.
My bed. Quite the predicament. Quite the predicament.
Ah, I'll take that. We might find a use for it.
I suppose we might as well gather what we can. It seems we must part ways for the time being.
I've things to do, if you don't mind.
I must ask you to leave this place at once.
I heard from Captain Brandt that you plan to make for Batal in order to continue your investigation. As for me, I've been looking into my mother's movements since last we met, and I happened upon this. 'Tis a letter she discarded, only half written. It seems to be addressed to someone called Phaesus. I passed an eye over it, though I failed to grasp its meaning, or what compelled her to throw it away. Here, I thought it best that you have it. Mayhap you could glean aught from it that I could not. And if you do, would you be so kind as to share it with me? That is, only if you've the time to spare. I am in no position to make demands, of course. Glad I am to see you well. I've been wondering how you were getting on. Have you learned aught of the intent behind that letter? No progress as yet, then. Well, should you uncover anything, pray do share it with me.
Not for it, but to cut my teeth in a real battle.
Sort of quiet and not loud.
All my days were so tranquil.
This armor's far from comfortable.
So tight. I'd kick just about any.
Operations key. Up my training regime.
Talk. I'm too old to care.
I've got to focus. My shift's only just begun.
Not every
welcome rest
thing
it
is
doesn't
a
fall
bomb.
on my shoulders.
I should very much like to rejoin you, Master.
Suppose I best earn my keep. Stay a moment, won't you? I've missed you. Use a dash of salt. All this crime makes me itch.
Shall we get some rest then? Good morrow, everyone. Come. We've much to be getting on with.
Feeling rested, I trust?
I'm in fine.
In the meantime, I shall endeavor to procure information that would be of benefit to our cause. The tide turns!
Fancy a look at my wares?
Might as well take a look while you're here, eh? Impressive.
Got to work.
if I'm to put bread on the table.
Well met.
I haven't the foggiest, if I'm honest.
Ox carts make for relatively safer travel. Walking everywhere is certainly tiring.
Do take care on the road, sir. These are dangerous times we live in. Much obliged. The solution eludes me, but I'm certain there is one.
This ox cart's bound for the checkpoint rest town. I'll not take you anywhere till I've had my due.
Then I shall remain by your side.
You're a welcome sight, Arisen. As ever, I'm yours to command. Loath as I am to recall the events of the coronation, they are fresh in my mind still.
Might we talk a while? Just the two of us.
Lots to be taken care of before the day's done.
I lament this calling I chose at times.
What's to be done about this?
Nightmares if I let myself worry much.
I'll gladly stay on.
I don't need this right now. Want some in a real battle? I'll prove my worth.
Not good will come of this. Well, could use more places
One
like
must
this.
take pride in their charge.
What ought I to do? Now, this is a place to forget one's troubles.
Now here's a welcome sight.
I've got to focus. My shift's only just begun.
Tis a glad thing we rested when we did.
We must not let down our guard. Isis' sting is yours to wield. That was well fought. There's no one standing who might say otherwise.
I felt certain I would find you here, Arisen. And it seems I was right.
Master, if ever your pack grows cumbersome, know that I would be glad to purchase any of your unwanted items.
At once, Master. I'll gather this. It might be of use.
Arisen. I should have expected you may yet linger here.
A common reward. Frustratingly so.
We cannot expect gleaming treasures round every corner.
I felt certain I would find you here, Arisen. And it seems I was right.
It was well worth the effort of breaking it.
Ah, here we are. The ox cart made it without too much trouble.
Mayhap we can employ a cart for our next journey. That reminds me. I've been at this for quite some time and have much to share. If you'd need of any advice, just say the word. My thanks, truly. I hope only to be of assistance.
There you are! Pray, tell me, have you found the Jadeite orb? Oh, thank you, thank you! Now my freedom is assured. Pray, take this. I know 'tisn't much, but I've naught else to offer. Right, I'd best get going. Sir, though we may ne'er meet again, know that I shall remember this kindness as long as I live. Farewell.
I hope Sir Offalv shall lead a life free of cares, now that we have released him from his shackles.
One could not have hoped for a gladder outcome.
So, how goes it? Did you manage to retrieve the Jadeite orb? Ah, splendid. You've my thanks. Before we discuss your reward, however, there is one final matter to which we must attend. You see, in my line of work, trust is paramount, and so we shall go to verify the orb's authenticity together. Come, I trust old Ibrahim's eye most of all. Let us pay a visit to his little scrap store. Follow my lead.
Welcome, sir. Contrary to the name, this little shop of mine deals in naught but the finest treasures. If you think me a liar, then buy something and see the truth for yourself. Ah, I see you desire one of my masterpieces. Very well. I shall have your order crafted in good time. A little patience is all I ask. Hope to see you again.
Well met, son. How might I be of service?
Good day, Ibrahim. Would you be so kind as to examine this Jadeite orb? Now, I have a bit of business to attend to while he performs his appraisal. I ask that you await my return here. He ought to be finished by now. Come, let us go see. You have done your title proud, Arisen. This Jadeite orb is indeed the genuine article. My partners shall be most relieved to hear of its return. You have certainly earned your reward. I trust you will find it satisfactory. And I do hope you will permit me to call upon you again, should aught arise.
Need anything? This one's a head-scratcher, no doubt. Might as well take a look while you're here, eh?
wares.
Peruse at your leisure, sir.
Not much has
Bought
changed
stocks
since
of
I was a
armour.
girl.
Time
Living's
as
hard,
they are.
but
Well met,
dreams
sir.
are free,
How
I
might
say.
I be of service?
I've been on my feet all day. My legs are as lead.
Peruse at your leisure, sir.
Life's been pretty kind to myself.
Well met, sir. How might I be of service?
When does my watch end? I've clean forgotten.
Peruse at your leisure, sir.
I'd gladly stay here forever if I could.
Good food and good sleep.
I'll take any
Well
chance
met,
not
sir.
to think
How
on
might I be of service?
Welcome, sir. If you think me a liar, then buy something and see the truth. The item you requested is complete. Here you are, sir. Hope to see you again. Welcome, sir. This one's a head scratcher, no doubt.
Got to find more places to buy my stock cheap.
Well met.
I haven't the foggiest, if I'm honest.
Well met.
Pleasure doing business with you.
Our packs are heavier, and our purses far lighter.
An investment made for safer travels can hardly be called extravagant.
The Sovereign's retinue makes to fell the dragon at last. 'Twas a remarkable recovery, really. The man was burnt to a crisp.
Many thanks.
The Sovereign's retinue makes to fell the dragon at last. 'Twas a remarkable... recovery, really. The man was burnt to a crisp.
Many thanks.
Slim pickings of late.
Lots to do.
Will this take long? I'm terribly busy. Have you not eyes to see my...
well take a look while you're here, eh?
I'll take
Interested in my wares?
Faring well, I hope.
Got to work if I'm to put
When does my
The Sovereign's retinue makes to fell the dragon at last. Was a remarkable recovery, really. The man was burnt.
Pleasure doing business with you. Go on, have a...
The Sovereign's retinue makes to...
We must rest, though the sun is still up.
I feel refreshed and ready for a new day.
Come, we've much to be getting on with.
Ready to forge on? I can proceed no further. I lack information pertinent to this task. Consider hiring a pawn better apprised of such matters. You're welcome to take whatever you like from my pack, Master. I'd gladly see you put what I find to good use. Here, an enchantment of cold to freeze our foes.
Well done.
Whatever 'tis you need, I shall gladly oblige.
You called? Forgive me, but you do not appear to be in need of help.
Here we go again.
We fight. To arms!
Dare I say it? We trounced our foe well and true.
Overconfidence is an enemy in and of itself. Let us instead strive to better ourselves with...
No harm shall come to you! My magics are yours to command, should you require the skill of a mage. I would gladly be of aid, Arisen. I'll pick that up. We might have need of it.
My magics are yours to command, should you require the skill of a mage. Might I be of assistance? Allow me to check whether there's aught nearby.
Be sure not to overlook anything.
Profitable endeavor.
This should help. Understood. I shall proceed ahead.
barbarians!
We have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness. On my way.
I've just recalled. I found a treasure chest near here during my travels beyond the rift. May I show you to its location? I can't imagine we're in need of a campsite just now.
Let us return once we've grown tired from our labors. As a matter of fact, every master I've ever served has favored different tactics. One party I joined consisted only of ranged specialists.
If your pack grows overfull, simply ask me to sell off your surplus items. I'll have the gold for you in a trice.
Yon path leads not to our destination. If you would prefer to explore, I shall guide you another time.
Now we've the vim to tackle the day ahead.
Well, we've eaten our fill. What say we settle our stomachs with a few hours' sleep?
Agreed. We ought to give ourselves a chance to recover ere we continue on our journey.
I felt certain I would find you here, Arisen, and it seems I was right.
Master. Let my magics grant you an elemental boon.
I should be glad to assist you, Arisen. I'll collect that. You needn't trouble yourself.
It's really coming down.
Take heart. The worst it can do is drench our equipment.
At once, Master. My word, this ox cart has been destroyed. The work of goblins, mayhap.
Our foe appears to have grown just as weary as we.
We must make the most of this opportunity.
Focused attack will end this foe.
Set for me. Splendid. I've just recalled. I found a treasure chest near here during my travels beyond the rift. May I show you to its location? One moment. I believe we are bound for... Yes, I know the place. Follow me, Master. I shall guide you to the location.
Shall we make our way there and see what's to be seen?
Might we remove this hindrance somehow? If a ranged attack is needed, you can count upon my aim. Might I be of assistance? She's an amalgam of several beasts, each with its own weakness. So long as we keep a clear head, victory will be ours. Splendid. Unless I am mistaken, aught we require is already in our possession. Here we are. Now here's a surprise.
Our collection grows. Interesting. I shall have to inform my own master of this.
I can proceed no further. Ah, I'll take that. We might find a use for it. We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent. Take each trial as it comes.
Thank you, Master. I only hope I did not...
Attackers! He had no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness. Well done, Master!
I will finish this, here and now.
A flawless execution. Let us try for the same result with our next attack. At once, Master.
In traversing other worlds, I came to know of a treasure chest in this area. Perchance you'd like to see it?
Methinks I know where that is. Pray, allow me to show you the way.
Would seem we've little choice but to set out for the place.
We have reached our destination.
I should be glad to assist you, Arisen.
Follow me. Wait a moment.
You called? Forgive me, but you do not appear to be in need of aid.
Understood. I shall proceed ahead.
Rattlers!
We have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness. Isis sting is yours to wield. On my way. Whatever 'tis you need, I shall gladly oblige.
Now, what might that be?
We ought to take a closer look.
It's doused in oil! We must steer clear of fire! No harm shall come to you!
'Tis uncommonly rare, this. I look forward to informing my own master of its finding when I return beyond the rift.
So, after breaking free of the chains of slavery that once bound you to this land, you return of your own volition. This is good. I am relieved to see that you are fulfilling your charge. advantageous for you and your home to visit the Rockmaster's Burrow in Backwater. Methinks 'tis where you will find that which you seek. Farewell.
Come to think of it, our ranks have gone unchanged for a while now.
'Tis well to have comrades one can trust.
Goodness, we're higher up than I thought. Take care not to fall.
Careful now.
Take care that they don't poison you!
No! The Arisen has been poisoned!
Should be of use. Let my magic surround you with elemental food. You truly are formidable, Arisen. The day grows darker with our every step.
We shall have to rely on our other senses, as the darkness robs us of our sight.
Dare I say it? You trounced our foe well and true.
Overconfidence is an enemy in and of itself. Let us instead strive to better ourselves with every battle. What purpose does yon statue serve, I wonder?
We might use these statues as landmarks, Arisen.
Ah, now here's a surprise.
A splendid discovery.
Interesting. I shall have to inform my own master of this.
I'll gather this. It might be of use. My curative magics are at your disposal. Wait a moment. Just yonder looks to be a good spot for harvesting ingredients.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here? A treasure chest. Shall we see if we can't make our way over to it? Poison ought to be cured with all due haste.
During my travels beyond the rift, I learned of a cave near here that you have yet to explore. Shall I take us there? Pray, follow me. I know the way, so there's no chance of our getting lost. We have arrived.
A cave. Shall we proceed into the depths?
Narrow passages may await us. Be on your guard.
Understood.
This calls for a curative. It's well worth the effort of breaking it.
Is there nothing we can do about this obstacle?
If a ranged attack is needed, you can count upon my aid. I would gladly be of aid, Arisen. I'm dead!
Let us try for the same result with our next attack.
How are we to get through this door? You have been doused in oil! I knew you would prevail, Master. Let us not get ahead of ourselves. The battle continues!
Outstanding! Let my magics grant you an elemental boon. I will protect you.
Then we know what must needs be done. Let me get that. I can proceed no further.
Heed your senses. If aught feels out of place, it could very well be a trap.
Naught can threaten us if we watch each other's backs. I will finish this, here and now!
Thank you, Master. I only hope I did not disappoint.
On my way! The undead have risen to face us!
At once, Master. No harm shall come to you! We've scoured the place from top to bottom. I very much doubt there's aught left to find now.
Let us make for a safe location where we might regain our strength.
This seems a decent spot for a campsite. It is a dangerous thing traveling after dark. Mayhap we could pass the night here. Was superb, Arisen!
'Tis dark enough to warrant the use of your lantern, Master.
On my way!
I expect this would fetch a fair sum at market.
A fitting reward for a rigorous search. Here's a chest. I shall take a look inside.
Arisen, I knew you loved this world too much to leave it behind.
Asps! Mind that they do not poison you! Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements! Ah, I'll take that. We might find a use for it. Would that such tranquility could last. Right you are.
Good morrow, everyone.
Come. We've much to be getting on with. Feeling rested, I trust?
Not like a feast to get you ready for bed.
who know death cling to life.
And eliminate the stragglers. The paths to victory are myriad indeed. That strategy never would have occurred to me.
Truly? That was well fought. There's no one standing who might say otherwise. We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent. Take each trial.
No harm shall come to you!
Should your pack grow over full, have no fear. I'll lighten your load by spreading it out among us pawns.
It is raining most heavily. A characteristic of these climes, mayhap.
There is naught to be done, but suffer our wet boots.
I suppose there can be no harm in bringing this along.
We cannot expect gleaming treasures round every corner. I'd wager there's aught to be found here.
We ought to take a closer look.
I'll gather this. It might be of use. We've made it then. What's our first order of business, Arisen?
If there's aught I can do to help, ask away.
You're a welcome sight, Arisen. As ever, I'm yours to command. At least I go knowing I fought to the best of my ability.
Good to see you, friend.
What am I supposed to do?
He's a familiar face. Oh. Who are you again?
Well met. More than my life's work.
Hoy, looking to change your vocation, perchance? No need to overthink it. You can change it on a whim. You've naught to lose, and you might even make a new discovery. Many thanks.
A customer then. That changes things.
Arisen. I should have expected you may yet linger here.
Well met.
This might be worth a read.
Let's have a look then. A good sleep will ensure we are prepared for the morrow.